Mr. Lee.
Sure. Thanks a lot. I wanted to ask, I'm sure you've seen this story about the Indian peacekeepers that deployed to Haiti being not arriving with it's called the mandated cholera vaccination. So it was a little unclear in the past whether how this works. How did how did this happen? What's going to be done and what's learned from it? And beyond that, given the Secretary General's kind of 11th hour announcement of fundraising to somehow make up for for the cholera having been brought to Haiti, what is the current number on that in terms of what's been raised since the event in Conference Room 3 and the event in the ECOSOC?
Off the top of my head, the number is about 1.5 to 1.8 million. Donation from the Republic of Korea of about $1 million, and a donation of a bit less from the French government. We obviously very much hope the money will be coming in. We'll give you updates as they come in. We've seen the story on the Indian peacekeepers. We're obviously looking into it. As a matter of principle, we rely on the country of origin of the peacekeepers to present us and to certify that they've met all the medical requirements for deployment in the area, which in the case of Haiti would obviously include the vaccine against cholera. But I have no way at this point to verify to comment on the veracity of the report.
I just wanted because the reports say, quote, the UN has ordered an investigation. So is the UN has not ordered an investigation?
Well, I just said we were looking into it. So we're aware of the report. We're looking into it.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Lee, then Nizar.
I asked you before about Gambia, but now over the weekend, a fourth radio station, Paradise FM, has been closed. So it seems like the Yahya Jammeh is kind of entrenching himself and closing down the media. What steps are being taken to the UN's knowledge by the region and by the UN itself? And do you have any statement on the closing of radio stations?
Obviously,
in Gambia?
It's clear that we're against any and all forced closing of radio stations. The free media is an important component to any democracy. Obviously, the situation in the Gambia is of continuing concern to us. I know the president of Nigeria, I think, is having a meeting today. We're trying to get some sort of update from our colleagues in the Office for West Africa, and we've been involved in that as well. It's important for the sake of the people of the Gambia that a peaceful resolution be found to the current impasse that we're in.
Sure. I have another question, which is that there was the town hall meeting today by the Secretary General Antonio Guterres, and it was on the UN's website. It was on the publicly available website. So I was broadcasting it by Periscope, and I was told to stop, that this violated guidelines. So I just wanted to be clear from you. Can it violate guidelines to broadcast something that's on the UN's own website?
Listen, I'm not sure what the details of your retail situation was. What I do know is that it was not on the website that is publicly accessible. It was.
Yes, it was. Okay.
You know,
that's important.
I understand. It was an event meant for staff. I think it is only normal that the Secretary General be allowed to speak and have a frank conversation with his staff outside of the glare of the media. I think it was a very good meeting from the point of view of staff. I think it was a very good meeting for the Secretary General to be able to hear firsthand for the first time the concerns of staff around the world. It was on our internal webcast.
Just because I want to ask it, since I saw it on the, I don't have access to the internal website, so I saw it on the public website. I just want to be clear that reporting on it, because I don't disagree with anything that you've said, but reporting on it, given that it was on the public website, is not viewed as
My understanding is that it was not on the public website. So you and I have different views of reality. We can try to combine those later. Nizar.
I'd asked Farhan, I guess in your absence last week, about this. It's an article in the Korea Times or Herald about Jeffrey Sachs, who I understand, maybe it's not true, is still a UN special advisor, appearing on the steps of the UN residence with the Secretary Ban Ki-moon and saying he will be an advisor during his campaign on economic issues. And I wanted to know, what are the rules applicable to a UN official advising a political candidate? Is he stepping down?
I will look into Mr. Sachs's case. Thank you.